Hello there everyone and welcome back. The conflict with the Klackons is about to be underway as their armada has finally went across the wormhole and is just inches away from my territory. Unfortunately though, they have decided to go after the Psilons first, so I don't think there is much I could do to protect them. I have maybe 3 more turns? It could be another turn. Oh, never mind. They'll just attack the space my satellite there as soon as they jump to that connection point. So really I have 3 more turns about. So I gotta be really damn quick. I don't think it's gonna work for me though. Because the only other option I have is to send a ship over to kind of maybe force them to attack, which I doubt is gonna work because it involves rushing a ship. And they did not seem to want to attack my scout when I had it sent over there, so I seriously doubt this is gonna work. Especially since I still would like to upgrade some ships, but it is an extra ship in my fleet, so it's not terrible. But I don't think it's gonna work to my liking there. I thought I had a little more time. Speaking of which, this fleet needs to get moving. Yeah, there we go. Once it starts to agree with my orders I'm trying to give it. So there's probably not much I could do. I do perhaps have another turn because of the troop transport. But apparently, we know what's going to happen here, right? It's going to be destroyed well before it drops all of the bombs. So they don't even need troop transport, quite frankly. They could just bomb that system into oblivion. The Psilons are not going to exist any longer. And they sure as hell didn't want to attack my scouts, so you think they're going to stop for the one right there? I seriously doubt it. And the Sakura is continuing to get bombed, which is not going to bode well for them. At least it buys them some time, but still, a question of what the hell is their fleet doing, if they even have a fleet left going on. Because my infiltration is being successful over in Psilon with the Barazzi, and I saw portions of the fleet now that I have my extended sensors. But is this really all they have left? The little fleet that was in the Klackons space all this time? Because unfortunately, it is not enough. Ooh, also, we had a little bit of a strange moment here, where the Barazzi just annihilated one of the Meklar fleet. I'm not sure how to take this. Could it be that there could be a save? Our salvation could lie in the Barazzi? I am not quite sure, but it looks like they may be trying to take out the Guardian in Orion. Oh, they have another fleet there, but it's only like a mixed match of destroyers, so that's not a real threat. But it's out in the middle of nowhere, so I gotta keep an eye on where that's going, because that could actually reach my home world if I'm not careful, which is currently undefended. So it's a good thing I spotted that, but first things first, we gotta deal with the main fleet really damn quickly. Neon Prime, I would love you to keep building, but your pollution level is perfectly good. You're abundant, so you can actually do some construction for me. It's going to take an eternity, though, before you actually make use of a cruiser for me. Although we can alleviate that some. It's not drastic, but at the very least it'll be my defense force, I believe. That'll have expected of it. And what do we have here? We have Wayne Ores at Barazzi Space, so what did it have complete so far? Oh wait, no. I just want you to select your missions. Okay. You infiltrate the diplomacy. Now is the real risk. Can you destabilize relations, potentially, with the Meklar? That would be really nice, considering they just annihilate one of their main fleets that probably involved a battleship, maybe 2, or at the very least maybe a Titan if I was so lucky. Because that could help things a little bit. If only a little bit. Now, Space Factory, I had things planned for you, I just don't know what they were. Oh, I moved you to Mir Prime, and it looks like I might need you to build like an outpost here. At least to protect Mir Prime. So why not get started with that, quite frankly. I don't think 15 turns is going to be enough if it comes straight to me, that Klackon fleet, but at the very least I'll have a regular military outpost to kind of like confront them. Maybe destroy a few of their ships if I'm really damn lucky. And Scout, you're going on the other side of the wormhole. You're going to do some scouting. which quite frankly may not even be necessary anymore since I've been scouting everything that goes on over here at this point. And Blucher too, where the hell do you come from? You're out in the middle of nowhere. Everyone's expanding but me, and just when I try to go into military, that's when I pretty much lose my fleet. Oh, and there's a pirate system there, so that could help deal with the one destroyer at least. I'd rather prefer it does not destroy the Psilon planets if I could at all help it. That'd be kind of nice. Anyways, not much else I could do over there but try and get some intel. And Yan 4 is its pollution is building up really quickly. So that scout's gone. One turn left. You want me to declare war on the Barathi? Unfortunately, let me deal with your Klackon issue first. And oh, they have lots of... They are being very generous with me. You know that's going to get me killed right now. I know they're desperate, but I think I need to try and help you with your Klackon problem first. This is mighty tempting, but I can't deal with war on two fronts, especially when the Meklar are even bigger threats right now. I kind of want to persuade instead the Barathi to go after Meklar. That would be better for both of us, quite frankly. But I don't think I can save your system just yet. My frigate's not going to be in position to do anything about it. I'm just one turn late, because what I was planning on doing is having the ship in the system and then just fly it right next to their fleet, but I don't commit to the attack and hope they waste their entire action to attack my frigate, which I seriously doubt they would do, but that was the plan. Ooh, I better not be a little bit short on time. I would love to be able to at least reach my planet there before I get screwed over. Let's get the last bit of upgrades in, at least for my one destroyer. Because that's going to be 3 turns, so 4 turns before I can get in position. That's quite frankly a turn too late. Who would have thought flying to try and bait them after me would be my downfall, quite frankly. This could very well cost me a planet. Let's see, Ferris Prime. You're doing well. Pollution is starting to go up. Space elevator, because I think that's what I want to do. Because you're going to be at the forefront, pretty much, for when things start to go wrong. And also, what system was building up pollution? Yan 4, and that's actually dropping, so that's not a threat. That's not an issue, another frigate being built. Oh, there's my cruiser, another Eagle's built. It's going to be a while till it even gets to be useful. And Cadet, I think your pollution levels... Nope, you're doing fine. It'll take a few turns, but you're doing fine. Just don't know what I want to do with you. Besides just wait until the pollution levels drop some. So continue with your infrastructure and hopefully enhance my military fleet more. And I got a bunch of Eagles finally. They're just not going to do me a lot of good right now. So, the only one thing I can hope is that upgrading the engines on those ships will speed up my progress. Nope, they didn't go for it. And they are bombing the planet, so there's only one thing I can do, and that's destroy the troop transports. It might buy me an extra turn, but it's almost impossible I can save the Psilons now, right? They're going to be wiped out from this campaign. And the Sakra have somehow managed to defend themselves, but that was just a troop transport fleet, wasn't it? I don't think that was a real fleet anyway, so I don't think that's really something to be excited about. Not just yet.
Welcome.
Nope, GNA, what are you doing? Oh, it's no more. I'm sorry, Psilons. You couldn't even survive one turn there for me. So I'm gonna take it out on you guys. Auto-resolve, troop transports are gone. There goes their infantry at least. And maybe, if they're not happy with me, they'll go after the frigate, which will buy me an extra turn or two. Maybe. Can I upgrade this fleet? And also, engines, antimatter drive, that's what I want. Only big problem is I don't think all my ships have an antimatter drive to cut down on the travel time. Let's see, Hawk has one, Destroyer has one, Griffin has one. Ooh, okay, Griffin doesn't. Emu does not. Ooh, that's gonna suck. Alright, I'll upgrade and see if it's at all possible to upgrade my emus. Ooh, 34. We could do this. Is it gonna be enough? That remains to be seen. It's still 4 turns, unfortunately, so I don't think it's quite enough. 2 turns. So get the next turn. They'll arrive at the outpost, but I'm not going to have the extra buffer with the outpost to help me out, so that's the only problem there, but I am in a position where I can fight them now. Here's hoping. Here's hoping. At the very least, that engine does give me extra mobility. And yeah, 4, your pollution is dropping, so keep building ships. I think I want troop transports for my counterattack, quite frankly, so even though the Psilons are no more, I am going to save their people, if nothing else. I have that one thing that I'm going to do for them. If I'm not going to be able to keep them alive so they can utilize their traits to keep their research going, I'm going to at least benefit from off their people, which I seriously doubt are going to give me a research bonus. But it'll strengthen my fleet, strengthen my empire, which is desperately needed. And they got tons of ships going. And I wasn't even paying attention to my scout, the poor thing. Maybe I could have managed that a little bit better, because I did lose vision. So that was a bit of a mistake. And Klackons are expanding like flies. They're spreading everywhere. I want to try to focus on my expansion, but we saw how that went. I got forced into conflict because I'm worried about the Meklar basically being way too powerful, especially when the Psilons were being ganged up on by both the Klackons and the Burasi, so I kind of had my hand forced a little bit. Now India, you're acquiring data as Saban Prime, so oh, you're in the Darlock space. Oh, that's gonna go so well for you, isn't it? I seriously doubt I'll get anything significant off you. But if you do, that'll work out well. We are going to continue with the infrastructure production of Mir Prime, which is barely noticeable, so maybe I'd rather have you just research. In fact, can I just focus on that instead? 8 turns, it's about the same, so why not? That'll help some. And maybe if I can afford it, I could just rush some of this stuff. Ooh, excuse me. Especially since now that I have banks being built up. Oh, we've stolen information. I have to read what that message was. Gazelle, are you starving? No, you're not starving anymore. Thank God. Progress is being made with the stubborn Darlocks. Even though they're in, like, heavy gravity situation, which kind of forces me to build that for them. I can rush it later on, but thankfully they're not starving at least. And they're well under their way of being assimilated. Earless, how about you? We got good food growth here, so we'll have you rebuild everything. Because you're already max population, so food is not a huge issue so long as you're growing. That's really all I care about. Pollution levels are going to slowly increase though, but in 10 turns they'll get its final population. And Earless Prime, what about you? You're well underway. You basically are like all the other Darlock systems that starved yourself out of a population. So, let's try and take some people off your food. 45 turns till you get that one population needed, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not worried. And India, you're in Saban Prime. I don't know what would be good for you though. What on earth would be ideal? Because Darlock's only got 3 systems of their own, so they're not going to be able to build a whole lot, but what could I do that would be useful? Not a lot, because aside from maybe stealing tech, which I seriously doubt is going to go very well. Oh, what's hacking do? Oh, prevents from generating research points. Okay, so I may just want to steal technology from them, because more than likely they're stealing stuff from the other races. I doubt it's gonna work, but it's probably the most beneficial thing I can get off the Daleks right now. Oops, did I just send my eagle to its death? That may have been a horrible mistake. I was getting way too ahead of myself some. It's not going to be able to escape though. The new damn mechanics won't let me. Okay, so it just revealed the colony. So, skip your turn. Next turn my fleet will arrive. And I seriously doubt the eagle will survive. But what's its power looking at? Oh, they ignored my frigate too, so... Is it possible I could just follow after them? I don't want to engage them, I just want to fly right next to them. Check them out, as it were. That's not a problem, right? I'm sure as hell not going to attack them. But we'll see what happens here. Because if they ignore me completely, then my attempt that I had in mind to... What? Oh, God, you cowards. You know what they're probably going to do. They're just going to swing around to the right here and just go attack Milif, more than likely. That's what I'm willing to bet. So, I gotta somehow use this to my advantage. Because I don't think it's likely I'm gonna catch them at all. Can I force them through the wormhole? Because as soon as I go after them, they're more than likely gonna be tempted to just go all the way around and attack Milif. That's what I think's gonna happen here. And I don't think that bodes well for me. This is a bit of a pickle, isn't it? Because if I spread out my fleet, then without a doubt it's gonna get demolished. Because it's just gonna go after the one fleet that's isolated. I don't really have much of a choice, do I? If I can push them through the wormhole, then I'm okay. I need to deal with this Klackon fleet as soon as possible. I'm sorry, folks. I was so excited and ready for this battle, and the Klackons clearly are not interested. Color me surprised. They only want battles that take no effort for them. And here I am trying to do a YouTube series. Make this entertaining and exciting, which I'm probably failing miserably at. And the one thing that could have had salvation for this entire channel winds up being a dud. And this is the AM4, so... Oh wait, this is not my production plant. Oh, it is my production plant, so you can make the space elevator. I would like to build more ships, quite frankly. But I'm not going to have much of an opportunity just yet. Speaking of which, where are my troop transports? Are they in this fleet as well? Well, I would have had an option to upgrade them if they were, so where are my troop transports at this moment? Because I know they're around somewhere. I had like 3 of them. Or so I thought. I'm going to have to look for them later, I guess, because I have no clue where they're at. What's going on over here? Oh, that's LO3. So what's... Oh, is it... It's starving. Okay, so that's a bit of a problem. Just a tiny bit. Actually, it is max population, and the pollution's going to go down really quickly, so... Maybe I'm okay for leaving that for a turn or two. But damn it, where the hell are my troop transports? Is it going to show me in this mess? Probably not. Okay, there they are. They're in the back door, but where... So why can't I see them then? Oh, they're in the fleet that was already there. Okay, so they were just a separate sub-fleet. Never mind that stupid question. Just didn't give me an easy way to find them. Alright, let's go. Let's hunt them down. Sadly, I have no way to catch them, which is a bit of a shame. Soft 3, your pollution level's doing fine. Production can continue on to get better, if only a little bit. If anything, I should continue with your food, shouldn't I? Since you are a bit of a barren world, I would like your population that will speed everything else up. I need to deal with this damn Klackon threat quickly. Especially since I got a couple of ships in my back door, apparently. So they're a lot quicker, they're a lot closer than I thought. Why do you have to make this so difficult, Klackons? because you know they're just going to cower and run away. I can guarantee it. So now I'm forced to kind of... I still want to capture the Psilon planets back, so I'm going through that wormhole one way or another. I just gotta build up another fleet to respond to this threat behind me now. So as much as I love to... Yeah, I think I'll rush this colony ship and get me some ships prepared, which isn't gonna do very well either. So I'm gonna have to spread out some ships. Altair is gonna have to get defended. You're a transport. We have an Eagle. Well, we have a destroyer anyway, so you're going over there. We also have 2 more ships, which I guess are gonna support. And of course, Mekla are at my next door. Go figure. They just want to grab everything, the greedy little bastards. So apparently, the Klackons did not move at all this turn, so they're probably going to run now that I'm in the same system as them. Maybe? I have straight up the better stats, so you know for a fact they're going to cower and run.
Look, Skylord, look!
So, Mega Flexor, let's see... Oh, I have to choose one. Ugh. Since I like to go with missiles and energy cannons, really, none of these I want to really focus on too much, so just a passive trait sounds good. I was really hoping it would not be like that, though. That I would at least get one, and then have to choose between a second one effect. So that's miniaturization of beams. That sounds good. HyperX capacitors. What the hell is this thing? Oh, it reduces the size of energy weapons. Okay. A plasma beam. That sounds really sexy. And what are you? Hyperdrive. Are you really going to make me choose through all this? Maybe we'll worry about you later. Let's see. Upgrades to torpedoes. I don't even use torpedoes, so I don't care about that. And virtual reality network. Do I have access to this already? Why the hell is that grayed out? Because otherwise 16 turns does not seem worth it. I guess it's decided. I'm going for a Titan. I don't think I'll ever get to build a Titan, but at least I could get my mightiest ship ready there before the inevitable Doomstar. 1 turn... Wait, 1 turn for a starbase, but yet there's no production going on? What happened? I wonder why that is. Pollution level's fine there so far. So I'm wondering... What's going on? Earless, what were you doing? You were building a holo simulator, so I guess you were building a starbase before, I guess. It might have been by the Darlocks. That might explain it. Now, sadly, Hawk, you are not going alone solo. You're going to join the rest of the fleet, which sadly have to wait till next turn. I guess it was not meant to be. I do have a fleet ready to deal with these dang ships, with their handful of destroyers and that. A cruiser should easily deal with it. And we got Titans everywhere of the Meklar. They are building those at an astonishing rate. Which would make you think they're suffering from pollution, right? Or maybe they don't care about pollution because they're mechanical and thus they do not need to rely on food. That might be why they're getting so much production, so many ships built. Never mind the fact that how large their empire straight up is. That's no surprise. Interesting. The Klackons did not even bother to run away. I don't know why that is exactly. But now we can deal with this threat once and for all. Odds are in my favor, so it bodes well. With how massive scale it is, though, I don't know if it's going to work all that well. I'm going to have a tremendous amount of losses without a doubt. But the battle is finally real. We got 2 emus, 2 eagles, 6 destroyers, a crap ton of frigates, 2 hawks and regular frigates. Oh boy. These are not the upgrade version, are they? So that might explain why I was so slow. Did I really build so many frigates? I thought they would all be hawks at this point. Okay, so I know I have the better strengths, but... or better stats, numbers-wise. But it still remains to be seen how many losses I'm going to have. And this is going to be biggest battle yet. And there's going to be so much damage going around. I think micromanaging this is going to be a pain in the ass, so... Really? All I can really do is just get these in the formation I want. And just let them do their thing. I'm going to let this fleet come to me. Get wedge formation underway. Destroyers are in place. Cruisers in place. Actually, I probably want all of you together in wedge formation. Is there a way I can adjust? I would like you to just go position yourself a little bit better. Because I want you to be facing the fleet that's in front of us. I'm not actually going to engage. I'm instead going to wait for them. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. And I want these frigates in front so they can soak a lot of the missiles that are about to come. They might try to warp away though, that's a possibility. They are taking their time though. So I might want to accommodate them. Although, this grouping is horrible, I gotta say. If for some reason it decides to put my battleships forward, and it didn't even select one of my Eagles. If I could just somehow choose its facing, this would not be an issue so much. But all in all... Ooh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. There's so much stuff going around, I don't think really micromanage this is a good idea. Because my frigates are dying, my ships are getting shot. Is my blink even gonna work? Okay, now it wants to work. So just keep firing and hope it has the firepower needed. Because destroyers are firing as well. Okay, trigger to blink. It just refuses to blink. Let me just autocast it, that might work. Okay, it does have a bit of a delay. That's all I know. Just keep the ships there. Trust in the point defense and broadside weaponry. Keep a tight formation just strictly for the missiles. Now, maybe destroy some of these cruisers when I'm able to. Because my battleships are taking a bit of a beating. The ships are dying. I hope these things are engaging. Yep, and they're running away. We're going to destroy them. Kill as many as you can before they warp out. Alright. That was a victory, but what the hell did I lose in the process, though? 2 destroyers, handful of frigates, which I don't care about, 1 hawk, that's okay, and an eagle. I consider that a massive success, but their battleships were completely untouched. Oh my god, look at that cutesy maneuver. I don't know if I should be offended or not, because it means I have to do a little bit of backpedaling. And the last thing I want to do, if possible, is not have to worry about repairing myself. But since, if it goes after my system, I might be able to have that opportunity at least. We'll see. The battle's real. My Eagles are now underway to respond to the aggression that's going to be befalling me. I can protect Altair Prime, but I don't think I can protect Mir Prime. Unless I backtrack to it. That's really the only option I have, and where do I want this to go? I could terraform. That huge volcanic world doesn't seem too terrible, it just needs to be terraformed. Either way, I think I'll settle it there, so you're gonna move on out. And we'll continue on this battle soon enough. Once Earless gets back on track. It's been an amazing success though. My fleet's still relatively well intact.